Hello, beautiful ladies and fine gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Tea and Tea. Today, we'll be discussing transactional sex. Transactional sex. I feel like before, when our parents were very very young, this is a topic that I believe they always shy away from. This is a topic that when a guy, even when a man stops a woman on the road, she does not even she go dey look ground the answer. They look ground the answer. But honestly, I feel like we need to discuss it because our society is gradually decaying, and transactional sex is becoming rampant, and we need to discuss it. With me here is our guest. I no forget you. I don't say you dey. I don't say you dey. I
Hello.
fee. Yes.
Yeah.
Even when you dey wonder where which one be I fee again. I former. Informer. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for
By
that.
my left is Marcel. I hope you guys are not tired of seeing his face, so because now go tired. That go see am fire. Transactional sex. Transactional sex. People, this topic is like it's a broad topic, and then you're wondering what is transactional sex. Sex for grade is transactional sex. Sex for position is transactional sex. A lot of things that people will do now these days na transactional sex. Transport money, take, thanks for coming, transactional sex. But who am I? Who am I to talk?
Talking about transactional sex, you mean pay and get okay.
Pay and collect.
But
Exchange.
how person fit pay for sin? How you go pay for sin? How will you pay for sin?
We are not trying to be logical here, we are trying to be realistic.
Because me, I no fit pay for sin.
Let's be realistic.
Oh, is that how you want to put it?
Obviously, how can I pay for sin?
Why are you sinning in the first place?
Exactly.
We are trying to be
No,
logical.
exactly. If I want to sin, let me sin with my food chest.
Why are you sinning in the
I
first
ain't gonna
place?
pay for sin.
You have to
No, I
pay
ain't
for
gonna
the
do
sin.
that.
You have to pay for the sin you are committing.
I should pay for
You are
sin. that-
committing a
that
sin,
if-
you have to pay
if
for
I'm
it.
paying, I'm paying for the benefit of two of us. Not-
Can I ask you something,
yeah, go
Marcel?
on. Yeah.
Your relationship. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, this is going to be a quite direct question, but how does your relationship go with sex and money?
Relationship. First of all, I'm not in a relationship. That's just the very beautiful.
Gang gang.
Oh, ganga.
I'm not in a relationship for starters.
Okay.
In as much as I'm not in a relationship does not mean I don't take my 3 points. But it should be something that have to go with individual. It's not going to be transactional. It's like I have to make you comfortable. For the record, I'm not a wicked person. Neither am I. You're going to be comfortable and make sure that you're okay. But I'm going to pay for because I collect. Yeah.
The honest truth is that transactional sex is something that is the order of the day. In fact, if you relate it to every single thing, when you ask a girl, okay, when a lady or probably a girl asks you to buy her handbag or probably get her a new phone, what do people expect her to pay with?
Sex.
No.
Sex.
This is the
No,
order of the day.
Sex.
You're
Don't,
buying it for her
Obviously.
because you want to.
don't
buy.
be logical. What does he
Obviously,
get
that
in
is
return?
when a
Sex.
guy buys a phone for a girl, probably
Okay.
gets something for her. The next thing upstairs,
Sex.
baby,
Sex.
let's go upstairs.
Or
Sex
what
is
you
what
say
they
it.
used to pay
If
for
she
that.
who go pay for the we got handbag?
You know,
Let's
Exactly.
I feel like this is the mentality
People have
why
that, right?
why allegedly Bonner did what he did.
allegedly.
Yes, Bonner did what he
Allegedly,
did
oh.
because I was not there with them.
You mother only a touch.
expect me to give you that kind of high value just because I want to something that you and I will enjoy.
And
It's
what
her
makes
value.
you think that
Okay,
sex?
it's not my value.
It's her
Excuse,
value.
excuse. What
Okay.
makes you think that? What makes you think that sex, a woman's body, isn't of enough dignity?
What are you saying? It's it only a woman body. My body is not there.
But your body is there now.
Eh-heh.
But now it's
It's not a temple of the
transactional,
Lord.
right? It's
body is
transactional.
also a
We're
temple of
talking
the
about transactional sex.
Okay.
Now, it's an exchange for a Lambo, right?
Okay.
It's an exchange for a Lambo. She feels like this is what should be equal to a Lambo. Her body or her dignity is
Why
equal to
people
that.
feeling
So
that?
that is
Why
you
people
give me
feeling
this,
that? Why
I give
people
you
feel like
that.
it's always the lady that has the body. What happened to my own body?
Your body
Is
is
it not
equally,
sacred?
but okay, now see, sex to a man is different. Do you
So
get
you
that?
said.
A woman, to be honest,
No, I am saying to my own
to be
perspective.
even though
I'm
that
being honest
sex,
right now.
even though that sex to both men and women is for pleasure, but at the same time, a woman is more emotionally attached to sex than a guy.
Emotionally attached.
So a guy may have sex for fun, That's why you see one guy having sex with different ladies quickly and all of that. But a woman, once she has sex with one person, there's this. A woman is more. She's the way a woman is connected. She has this. She relates more to sex emotionally than a guy. That is why when a guy gets something for her, she feels like, oh, what else can I pay this guy with? Even whatever she has in her head or whatever she has to bring to the table is not enough. And she thinks of what is of more value to her. That relates to her emotions and sex,
You know,
her body, and
for
she
a
gives that.
gender that offers sex easily, you know, saying it means a lot somehow. Because I feel like
Okay.
literally, like you said, literally
Okay.
everything you offer a woman, the only thing she has to offer is sex.
That's my point.
And not even the only thing she has to offer. The only thing she thinks she has
She
to
thinks
offer
exactly.
is
That's the right
sex.
word. She
Because
thinks
there are a lot of things women can offer.
a
Not even
lot.
only in a relationship, just in life. Okay, let me give you this example. There was this time I was still in school. So I was chatting with this friend of mine. We were just chatting, and then I told her I was going to go and eat. So she said, okay, that she's hungry. So I said, I come. You know, she asked me where there's this eatery in Enugu Route, very expensive eatery. That time small money enter my hand now. So I went there, we ate. After eating, on our way back, I entered Keke. You know, we entered Keke Chata. And then I told Keke, drop me at this junction, drop her at the gate. She looked at me. Kind of eyes she looked at me. I was like, what's up? She was like, am I not going to your house?
Oh wow. Okay.
I was like, what are you going to my house to do? Then she was like, all these things because root is very expensive. Honestly, it's very, very expensive. So I actually even understand her perspective. But the point is, to her, she
That's
felt
the
that
first
was the
mindset.
only
That's the
thing
first.
she could offer. That was the first thing that came to her mind. Sex. In fact, I have a lot of examples though.
Okay.
there's this
I
particular
Okay.
actually feel that to her, you're just a Santa Claus to her.
no, if
No, no,
if I
no.
was just a
But
Santa Claus,
do-
if I was a Santa Claus, she
Can
would not be
we?
offering something.
all I just want to say here is being transactional or not being transactional is not supposed to be transactional. The ones that already have it that sex have to be transactional, just like you said about you going to an expensive
Restaurant.
restaurant that is rude. Now the girl already has the mindset that I have nothing to offer. I said it countless times. We should learn how to train our ladies very well. Because for crying out loud, you give me this. It doesn't mean you have to end up in the sex. I'm sorry to say
Can,
it.
The
can
truth
I
is
say
that
that it's actually the guys that started this? Somehow they tend to, oh, I got this for you, or probably they do some, and they are the ones demanding for sex from the ladies. So
no.
now it has turned to be like, oh, once a guy gets something for me, what else is he going to ask for? To the extent that even ladies now, once a guy is trying to give you something, you already think he's going to ask for sex. You know whether you're going to give him that or not.
Do you know that I feel inside my mind, I feel like it's not the guys.
Inside your mind, I'm a lady. I know guys I've met and how it has always been.
That is
So
the
that
thing.
is what
So I want to
creates
ask you-
the
I want to ask
trend.
you- I want to
That's
ask
now
you-
what
I
that is
want to
what's
ask you
making
this
ladies
question.
these days to think like
I
that.
want to ask you this question. Let me ask
Okay.
you this question. All the guys that did you favor,
Okay.
did you sleep with them?
No.
Why?
But some asked for it.
Why did
Exactly.
did you sleep with them?
No, but some asked for it.
Which means no matter how much they ask for it, you still have that power to say no. Okay?
I feel like
I am
Which
okay.
means when you say no,
Okay.
the question is you want this bottle water, for instance.
Okay.
You want this bottle water from me. And to me, what this bottle water worth is you, your body. You get?
Okay.
Now, it's up to you.
Does not want my body. Oh.
Example, I'm giving an example.
Okay.
It's up to you to decide whether is this water actually worth your body. Do you get?
Okay.
If you believe it's not worth your body, what do? You move away. You leave the water and leave the whole conversation. Because once you accept to drink that water, automatically, whether you finally give it to him or not, you've deceived him. Because you will agreed for sex. You will agreed this bottle water for sex.
I believe that sex is transactional when these two people agree to this, and be just like when we're talking about the Lambo, and that is when it is transactional.
I actually
There's
feel-
these two people consenting to that.
You know, funny
I-
thing.
Whenever it has to do with, oh, I got you this, so there's this programming in your head or probably you asking the girl you have to give me
I
sex in
actually-
return. That
I-
is now sex being deceptive.
I actually feel that you should eat what you can afford. Take what you can afford. You know, as a lady, you ought to set a standard.
Definitely.
Now you talking about bottled water, you giving me this bottled water. I feel like if I can't afford this, let me don't take it for the first time. You ladies should set a standard. That's what I'm trying to say here. It's not supposed to be based on transactional. You put your mindset, you should scrape it off. Because if you can't afford this, okay, just about the Lambo saga and the rest of it.
Allegedly.
So they said. So if you can't afford this bottled water and you go out, just like you said your friend took her out, if she can't afford that, she shouldn't take more than that. So in case of you asking or requesting for that, see, what the fuck are you asking for? I'm still saying sex doesn't need to be transactional. Sex needs something you come in agreement. You don't need to be a brave for sex.
It is that agreement
There is
that
that
is
agreement that makes it transactional.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. You're getting my own agreement with you. I'm gonna pay. I don't feel pay for sin. Kilo day now.
See,
Me gonna pay for sin.
The thing is, the
I
thing
think
is,
if you chop,
No,
it's all right. I think
it's the way you are saying it. What about you say you are paying for your pleasure?
pay for pleasure.
Your pleasure,
The pleasure
not
that you and I are gonna
your
enjoy.
own pleasure.
I won't accept that. I can't belong to that.
let's like I said, let's try to be realistic. Let's try
Okay.
to be realistic because irrespective of the fact that you want to be logical about it and say, I cannot pay for what the two of us will enjoy, you get. But the question is, who wants it more at that point? Who is asking for it
Who
at
is
that
asking
point?
for it?
you feel
Exactly.
Like, you feel like the ladies doesn't ask for it.
No, when the lady
No,
is asking
when
for
the-
it,
when is the
You
lady
guys are
ask-
actually making me feel like the lady doesn't ask for it.
no, I'm not
They don't
saying
want
the
to
lady
get
does
it.
not ask for it, but let me tell you one thing. There's one open secret that is there. Men are cheap.
So you're trying to say that Bona
know-
would have bought the Lambo.
Allegedly.
Then Bona would have
Allegedly.
allegedly bought the Lambo. That's what you're trying to say.
Allegedly. But see my point here. See my point.
Okay.
My point is this. My point is this. If a guy wants sex
Okay.
and asks for it, the girl, in her own power, knowing fully well that you and I have no relationship, you are not my girlfriend, or you are not my boyfriend, we are not even that close. You collected my number yesterday, today you're talking about sex. Okay. Let me bring myself to that level of, okay, let us have sex. What am I getting from it? That is the order of the day. No matter how much you want to put it, that is the order
Why
of
I'm
the day.
saying this is that some persons they have a professional to that.
That one is
No,
different.
exactly.
No,
Wait.
this conversation,
I-
this conversation.
that one is
I'm just
different.
saying.
Wait, this conversation. Let me point out this thing. This conversation has nothing to do with prostitution. That is a business on its
On
own.
its own.
You're calling for me. I see it as OS.
It's business. It's a business.
Scrum.
Those people feed from there. This business has been there. Even great grandfather, position has
Bible.
been there.
Even
Even in
in
the
the
Bible,
Bible.
position has been there. So this is like one of the oldest business to ever exist in this life. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact where you have to pay literally for every. In fact, the funny thing about how bad it has gotten in this our society is that even relationships now done the transaction are done the day inside.
I feel like it's misplaced of priority.
See,
I don't really think it's a misplaced of I think
It's a
it's
misplaced of priority.
it's a thing of a person's mindset.
Yeah,
Because who you are dealing with, the person's mindset towards sex,
I agree with you on that.
that is the most important thing. Because if the person doesn't think right about sex, that's when they will be asking if we'll be doing give
God
me
bless
this,
you
I
for
give you
that.
the other
I agree
one.
with you on that.
do you know that? There was this girl? There was this girl in we had this first year, my first year, entering second year, we had strike.
Okay.
So I was at home. And then there was this girl I was chatting with. And then in the process of chatting, she told me, sorry, my data has finished too. And then I was like, okay. I had the money then because I was at home. And so I sent her airtime of 1,000. This was around 2018, 2019. I sent her airtime of 1,000. She was like, oh, thank you very much. I'll make it up to you. I can't really remember. Either I'll make it up to you or I owe you one. I can't really, one of these.
Okay.
You know. Then we came back from the strike, and we are still vibing and all those things. And then we had sex.
What is wrong with ladies?
Wait, we had
Airtime,
sex.
1,000
Now
naira.
no wait, you're not getting. No,
What?
wait. That sex now was not because of the. Okay, in my mind, That sex was not because of the airtime.
But
We
in our
got
own mind,
we got close. Wait, we got close. In fact, I even wanted to actually date her. That's how close we got. Because after that airtime stuff, we started talking on a regular. Communication brings a bonding, and before you know it, feelings and everything not they enter. But there was something that off me. The moment we finish having that sex, like I said, in my mind, I
Yeah.
liked this person
Okay.
and I wanted something serious with this person.
Okay.
But the moment we finished and I went, washed up, she washed up, the next thing I heard was, I told her I was going to make it up to you.
Oh.
that goes
Oh
back to that
wow.
one thing.
Exactly.
That goes to one
No, I'm trying to tell you that.
Exactly.
I'm trying to tell you that
What is
inside my
wrong with
mind,
ladies?
I was not
I-
doing it because of the 1K. But that was what she gave me. And
That-
What is wrong with ladies?
Well, you're getting the point.
the point I'm trying to make
At
here.
what
the
point
point I'm
will
trying to make
ladies
here.
would ladies
Now,
know that your body it's not
it
it's
is
not
the temple
it's,
of the Lord.
it's not something to use
Your
to pay.
body is the temple of the Lord. So is our body the temple of the Lord. So
At what point?
at what point exactly?
What
You
I'm-
know,
what I'm saying.
I actually feel like in all this, I felt like it's not supposed to be so. It's supposed to be defined. I still get it. Let's get it to scratch. The scratch is everything goes with mindset. When you train your daughter well, you actually know that this is not what it's supposed to be.
Honest.
You're not going to tell me that it's every lady that falls to that.
Honestly.
Exactly.
Honestly. I feel like we don't train children enough. No matter how you want to put it, you don't train children enough because you spend so much time raising this girl, right? And then boom, she enters social media and sees telling you 2 million for
That is
gets
that
carried
that's
away.
a point.
she enters she goes to the university. You even try your best make this girl know the Lord which they will stay where started movement to be curtailed and all those things. She go there, her roommates go dey comot, dey enter Benz dey comot, before you know it she don enter her own Benz dey comot. So stop. If you keep emphasizing on train your children well.
Now,
I don't think
It's
it
more.
has much to do with the parental training.
Parental training.
It's said it's whoever you are now. I believe it's 50% your training at home and 50% your own decision about yourself.
now you're getting your own decision.
On the life to
Everything
live.
has, you guys are misunderstanding me. Everything has its own root. All I'm just saying is to have a better root of it.
There are people.
See,
people that came from a very respectable background,
Not just
very wonderful
strict
parents.
background.
Me, for the life talk and way. Some
Very
people,
strict.
what you're actually trying to say now, some pastor pikin and then they spoil parents.
Exactly. So
Then, hey,
tell me,
that's
how do
what I'm
you
saying.
explain
But
that?
now look at it. It's not just all about the parenting here. Doesn't come about giving them upbringing. There's what we call parenting has a lot to do in this, whether we like it or not. It has a lot of all to do in this. You get? It's not just about raising a child. At least there's an interaction section with the child. Today I might just, even as it sounds now, I might just get a call like, how far? Why did you go? No matter how I went to university, I am one of the most notorious whatever you can think of. But it doesn't stop. There's some parenting that you give us that we dey do this thing, we go lock up because we know where we're coming from. That's all I'm just
I feel like our parents don't tell us the truth.
They always shy away from
They
sex
shy away from
conversation.
having sex conversation.
Exactly.
But let me give you another example. I don't give you
Mine
too
told
much
me the
example.
truth, though.
I don't give
Mine
you
told
too
me
much
the
example.
truth.
Let me give you.
I
Let
want
me give.
okay.
Let me give you
Mine
one
is
example.
I'll tell you.
I have
Let me
an
give you one
example to
example.
give you too.
There was this after my first year, I was entering second year, and then my parents sat me down and they were advising me. And then my mom, because she's a nurse, and then she was telling me that based on the news she's seeing and the radio, like based on the things she reads on the internet and all those things, that a lot of women in Enugu allegedly had HIV and AIDS. You get, and then she wanted me to be careful with my sex life, that I should be using condom and all those things. And
Really?
my dad started saying, he started trying to quote the Ten Commandments.
Really?
Yes, he started trying to quote the Ten Commandments, and then my mom was like, "Let us not deceive ourselves. He's going to have sex when he goes to school. So instead of us trying to deceive ourselves by saying we are telling him not to have sex when we know that when he goes, he's going to have sex, let's teach him how to protect
That's the
himself."
point.
Exactly.
Getting prevention before all those mess up and the rest
Why
of
do you
it.
think your mom gave you this kind of
She's
advice?
a nurse.
She's
She
a nurse.
understands.
Okay.
Because he knows,
She
he knows
sees
the
a
child
lot
he
of
has.
things.
Definitely
No, it's not
knows-
matter of the child she
let's
has.
not take it.
She
He knows
sees
the
a lot
child he
of
has.
things.
He knows that definitely you're going to.
I went to the seminary school. No, I went to the seminary school, and I'm a very decent. No, they know I'm a very decent
You get-
person, but they just know that this is the order of the day.
Why I'm saying
But
parenting.
who made it the order? But if you are to check it, actually, that is not right. I don't feel
See,
like that is
like
right.
I said
I don't
earlier.
feel like that
I
is
said
right.
something.
Being the order of the day
I said
that
something.
people
I said something
just
earlier.
It is not right.
I said something earlier. I said something earlier. I said we are not trying to be logical. We are trying to be realistic.
realistic.
Is it right? Is sex right, Seth? No.
Talk more of
Talk more of
transactional.
transactional sex. You get?
Okay.
But
No, sex is right.
sex is not right.
Sex is right.
Sex is not right.
I sex not right.
Sex, because God created
The
when God was
context
creating
which sex was made for, is that the context
No,
you
it's
are
for
using?
reproduction, it's not for pleasure.
Exactly my point. It's right for production.
For
It's
reproduction,
right
is
for marriage people. So you can
when
tell
you
me that it's
when
not
you
right.
enter when you enter marriage, sex is right in marriage.
God bless. At least it's right somewhere.
But it cannot be transactional. It cannot be
Definitely it's right
transactional in
somewhere.
marriage. So when we are talking
cannot be
about
transactional in marriage.
transactional
Exactly.
sex, we are not talking about marriage.
No, I was just trying to tell you that the sex is right somewhere.
And
That's what I
so
want to
when
say.
I'm saying that what we are sex has become the order of the day is because now we actually think it's normal.
Which is very, very abnormal.
It's very very the fact
very
that people
abnormal
actually
to
think
think
it's
that
normal
sex
is very very abnormal
normal.
because you are looking at a girl that this girl, me and her go club on Friday, she follow man go house on Saturday, and on Sunday she dey choir dey sing seriously.
Why are you being quiet to this? I feel like that because I'm a chorister. Why
No,
are you being like
no, I'm just saying. It's just what we have brought ourselves
Ourselves
to.
to, exactly.
It does not mean it's right, but it is what it is,
I feel like we're in a society of abnormality turning to normality.
which is not good.
Yeah.
So the question is sex supposed to be transactional?
No,
No,
it's not.
Which means sex for grade is not good.
exactly.
Sex to position is not good.
Exactly.
In fact, send me transport money, make I come your house for
God bless
relationship.
you.
It's not good. It's not good.
Okay,
Thanks
excuse
for
me.
coming.
I want to ask
It's
you
not
something.
good.
Send me transport fare to come to your house. Is that an exchange for sex?
Why?
How
am I-
is it
Why am I
transactional?
sending you money to come to my house?
No, aside from relating it to what we were talking about,
transactional.
is it transactional for sex?
It is
transactional,
see, my
because-
dear.
So you are sending her transport fare
Why on the
to come
earth?
to
Why
your
do you
house
want
so
to
that
come
you
to
have
my
sex with
house?
her, and that wait, and after having sex with her, you
And
now
give her
give her
thanks
thanks
for
for coming.
coming.
So the
Exactly.
first transport fare, was it for sex?
Yes, now.
Why on earth do you ask me to
That money brought her to my place.
Oh wow!
For the sex. And
They
let
never
us
chop your money
let
before.
us not forget. Let us not forget. Let us not forget that.
They
Let us
never
not
chop
forget.
your money before.
Yes, but let us not forget that. Now, sex now. When you are sending this person money for coming,
Okay.
her transport is 2,500.
Mhm.
But you're sending her 20,000
Oh,
or 10,000.
okay.
Are you seeing where the payment is coming from?
Okay.
You are
You know they
saying
pay small
you are
small.
saying this is your transport fare, but indirectly, me and you know that your transport now 1,000, but they give you 10,000.
But wait,
What do you think I'm paying for?
Do you guys really send money for transport? No, but it seems like a movie to me.
People
How do you
do.
send money for
People,
transport?
your reality is that you don't send,
Obviously,
but other people's reality is that they send.
you actually in Nigeria, I could
Okay.
remember last time I had a conversation with one of my friends over there in Spain. He said this kind of mentality is what we have in Africa here. When you're going out for a date, something like a date, you're seeing a girl asking you to send money for transport. It sounds so stupid to me.
You know,
Do you understand? Wait, I'm coming. You say to send money for transport. It sounds so stupid to me. You're coming for a date, you're going to have maybe a coffee or something, But yeah, they go order their grandfather food, order their grandmother food, order everybody, even take away. It's abnormal. So to me, it sounds so fun that people are sending money for. If you're doing that shit,
I feel like
Everybody,
honestly, I feel like
you're not
I feel like this
them.
country.
They choose to do whatever they
I
want
feel like
to
this
do.
country,
People
Nigeria.
still send money to people to come visit them, not because of sex. You just send it because they want to, or probably because they have it.
Honestly, nobody's
So,
going to unless your
Not
uncle.
because they have it.
Unless your
so if you're
uncle-
telling somebody not to send money for send transport fare to somebody coming to visit them because you don't like it, no.
Unless na your
you ask
uncle.
money for transport.
Unless na your uncle.
No, I
Nobody,
don't- let's
no
ask
man.
my fee.
Unless na your uncle.
Excuse me.
No man go send you
They
transport.
send money for
and
transport.
no.
And without doing
Anybody
anything.
that wants to do it
Then
will
go-
do it. It's not just about sex. That's what I'm trying to
I'm
tell
saying
you.
that anybody
that wants to do it,
doing
will do
it, anybody that is doing it is doing it with something in mind.
Oh.
If we continue to drag this topic,
I don't collect money like that.
no, and you no go.
And nothing happen. Not be say
that
everybody
guy
dey
might
mind.
be- that
That's
guy
what
will
I'm
be
telling
Santa
you.
Claus.
People's
that
mindset
person
is
will
different.
get
So
it.
you don't probably bring your reality into somebody else's
Now,
reality.
see. If we continue to talk about this thing, it go long. So let's just round off here because this topic is very, very long. But honestly, in this country, it is a reality that
Sex
we
is
are in
becoming
a that sex is
transactional.
transactional in this
Exactly.
country. Even people in relationships, sometimes even people in marriage these days, you go see wife dey vex because you no do this one or you no do that one. In the end,
She go
she
deny
no go
you
she go deny
sex.
you sex. So it's just as if sex has become transactional,
Even in marriage is
which
different.
is not good. Transactional sex is not good. Sex outside marriage is not good. Transactional sex is not good. Thank you very, very much for being here with us. See you in the next episode.